Now we are going to set up the sensor network and all the circuit required to get our photosensor to sense the light intensity and to connect it to Arduino. So the things which we are going to need is we are going to need a breadboard, few wires, a photosensor, and a 10 ohm resistor. People who are new to this breadboard and all electronics, then they're probably seeing breadboard for the first time. If that is the case, don't worry, because it's a very simple equipment which you will be using as to connect your circuit. Because if you are going to use the standard method of soldering, then things will be problematic, because once you solder two wires, then they are kind of permanent. When we are experimenting with circuits, then we always prefer breadboard. This is kind of development environment for electronics people. We will be also telling you how to use a breadboard so you don't see any problem in connecting your circuit. Before doing that, I would like to demonstrate actually how we are going to set the circuit. So you can see here we are only using 3 pins of Arduino. We are going to use the 5-volt pin, we are going to use A0 pin, the analogous pin, and the ground. What we are going to do is we are going to connect one end of 5-volt to our photosensor, and the other end of the photosensor is going to go to our A0 pin. Now the same A0 pin will be also connected to this one end of the resistor, and the other end of the resistor is going to connect to the ground. The alignment of resistor can be anyway, so this end can be connected to A0 and the other end can be connected to the ground. The same goes true for our photosensor, because you can align the photosensor in the other way. So this is going to be the basic blueprint. If you are thinking about why A0 pin, if I open the program which we just deployed, so you can see the program which we deployed. I think this was the program. If I open the program which we deployed, then you will be seeing that we have actually mentioned A0 here. So this is the program which we burned into Arduino. So what we have done here, we have actually named a variable analog in pin to A0. So analogous input pin will be actually A0 pin. Therefore, in this circuit, we are actually connecting the photosensor and resistor to A0 pin, because this is where the input will be coming, and we have this 5-volt signal which will be actually powering the circuit. So now you can see here I have given you a real picture of how my circuit is actually looking in real life. So now there is one important part you should be knowing if you are new to breadboard. That is, breadboard actually has two types of connectivity present within it. So there is this long section, and there is this big section in the middle of it. Now in the long section, all the small holes you can see here, these are places where you can actually plug your wire or end of your photosensor or resistor. So this entire line is actually interlinked within the breadboard. The same goes true for the second line, and the same thing happens here as well. So you can see this orange line, so this entire part is actually connected, and this other one is entire part is connected. So, and if I talk about this middle section, they are connected on horizontally. So this small I think there are 5 small holes which are connected with each other. So if you plug in something here, then the same wiring will be also present here. So this 5 holes are actually interconnected, so you can easily plug your resistor here, and if you want to connect it to one photosensor, then you can just place your photosensor within any of the other 4 holes. So that is actually why we prefer this breadboard, because you can easily plug out and plug in your circuit and try out if it works or not. Now you can see, as per our circuit, we have a common connection to our A0 pin. So this is this line right here, you can see is actually the common connection A0. So the yellow wire is actually connecting to our A0 pin, which is present right here. So this is where A0 is, and the other end of the photosensor is connected to our 5V. So this is the line, which is where we have one end of the photosensor, and the same line is also connecting to the 5V, which is here in the Arduino. Now the other end of the resistor, this green wire you can see here, is this wire is a bit long, but it's actually connecting to our ground. Now there are actually 3 ground. You can connect whichever ground of your choice in Arduino. It doesn't make any difference. So this is the basic simple connectivity to the circuit. So to summarize this section, we saw how to connect the circuit. In the next section we will be checking the circuit, so we will be seeing if the photosensor is actually working and this is actually giving some result. Thank you for watching.